Look out behind you. Angela Merkel is coming. She's coming and the Germans are coming with her. Oh dear, that's not good. Or is it? Maybe it's okay. The history has shown that the Germans can be tough. They can be in the war. They can cause fury. But then the present has shown that Merkel can be different. But how different is she? I'm about to look out and see all about Angela Merkel in this particular time and see why she has been the leader since 2005 for many years and why she's been so respected, if at all. Now I want you to picture this. Picture that you are outside. Perhaps if you want, close your eyes and imagine that what you see is beauty all around you. You see perhaps a forest and trees and flowers, bright flowers, lovely, good sunshine coming down upon your way, and you can walk. And as you walk, there you are. You see this beautiful animal. It's poised, it's calm, with its long legs, this beautiful deer. And there it is. You have with it beauty, just this perfect moment you have in this beautiful forest and this beautiful day with these beautiful flowers all around you. And you can see this deer and you feel at peace. This cannot be harmed, for sure. This epitomizes what life is all about. And this is exactly how we relate to Angela Merkel, because many see her as a lone wolf in a time where she attained so much, a lone wolf at a time where Europe was on a knife edge, needing direction. And here comes this lone wolf. What does the lone wolf do? The lone wolf needs to survive, and to get out there, the lone wolf needs to look and find its prey, and it is, of course, that beautiful deer. Going out there and getting stuck in to what you need to do. And this is Angela Merkel. This is the lone wolf. She was Times Person of the Year, coming in that nobody knew she would come in and get this prestigious award. She bet off stiff competition in Donald Trump. So that was interesting. Trump could have been Times Man of the Year. How could it be a woman? In fact, Trump is the leader in America, Merkel is the leader in Germany. So then they have to have something in common, but yet she became the lone wolf. Now you can say that Donald was the lone wolf too, in his own way, that he was a leader, and a leader in regard to, well, how he came from a totally different background and was a businessman and a television star, and then he went into the political realm. But also, Merkel had a background that was not exactly perfect for the role. One, she was a woman, and she was the first female chancellor said. But also, she was a Protestant that was not really seen as being popular, especially in the fact that she was in a Catholic political party. And then there was a further complication in the fact that she became divorced from her husband. So this did not, or would not have run well, you would imagine, with the ideals of a Catholic party, divorce not being welcomed in that religion. Then there was the fact that she was essentially not from the mainstay of the general political elite in Germany, that being the western half, West Germany. She was from the eastern half, East Germany. So there was that outlier about her, the fact that she came from a different area, that she was not really welcome, but she made herself welcome. She made and put her stamp on things as a female, as that first female, and really was tough. In fact, people saw her as not just being tough, but being more so as a perfectionist, that she wanted what she wanted for the way she wanted it. Now, lots of people have looked at perfectionism as being some form of mental problem, that it's not a good thing, that people can't do this and, well, essentially figure out how to just accept excellence as being good enough. But perfectionism goes deeper than that. Now, later on, I'm going to look at Merkel and female leaders and the likelihood of how she got to where she did and what female leaders really give. But this personality trait of being perfect needs to be looked at and explored a little bit deeper, so that you can figure out, if you are a perfectionist, what you can give to the role of leadership, to the role of perhaps management, and how you can use what you have to govern other people, to lead other people, and to make sure you're not just that lone wolf, or if you are, that you're the one that's really making sure that others are in the beautiful forest with you. Well, then there's the fact that she, as a perfectionist, if she is indeed this perfectionist, she's going to be highly, highly critical of herself. She's going to be highly critical of herself in her role in doing what she's done. So that means from 2005 onwards, for many, many years, for over a decade, she has possibly been highly critical of herself. Now that is tough to stomach. Why would you want to be highly critical of yourself? If you have a job to do and you're doing it well, why not be complimentary towards yourself? Give yourself that clap on the back. A perfectionist wants absolute 100%, and not just now, but all of the time. They want things to be perfect, not excellent, perfect. And there is a huge difference between any other thing than perfection. This is why people see it as possibly being the mental destroyer, the mental illness that is to do with perfection. Also, leaders like this, people like this, can be pushed by fear, the fear of failure, but not just failure, which is understandable. It's a greater depth of fear. There's a fear of not reaching perfection. That means when they attain something, when they become first, for example, in Merkel's case, when she became the first female, well, she already knew that she was a female, and she already perhaps knew that she was going to be the best politician to get the top job. And the two things mixing together, 1 and 1 makes 2 for most people. First female, let's celebrate, wonderful. No, not for her. For her, perhaps, if she's that perfectionist, she's going to just feel, well, I'm naturally a female, it's okay. Of course, I've done with what I've done just my natural ability, my natural femininity, and I use my attitude. My attitude should project me to the top, and that's true. It shouldn't be a thing of gender or sex. It should be a thing of being the best, to get the best job, and the biggest job. But for her, it could be actually a poisoned chalice. The reality is, though, Angela Merkel is successful. So there must be something there. There must be something about her perfectionism that gives people this particular, yes, let her lead me. And that's where the story of the deer is quite endearing, get it? But more so, think about this for a minute. Think about the shepherd with his sheep and how he leads his sheep. Quite often he has to go and he has to gather his sheep, he has to go beyond and his field, his pastures, and focus on pastures new. And he has to actually then go and get each individual sheep with a stick, perhaps, but not by force, but by using that stick to just get all of those sheep into one field. And then he has to go behind the sheep to bring them forward. And this is what many experts have said is her expertise. Yes, there's that perfectionist bit, but also she has this ability, this huge ability to lead from behind. Now, what is leading from behind, and why is it so successful? Essentially, it's like the shepherd. It's like the shepherd who is from behind and can push people forward. It's about being able to actually do a thing for the good of other people, to really realize what the weakest job in society is, and to put people in front of you and push people in front of you. Now, when you think that she comes from a time from East Germany and from a different religion into a party with a different sort of religion as such in Christianity, then it just shows that she is different for sure. And she comes in from the side, and here she does, she pushes people forward. And this is where her real gift is, her real knack is, that she can be this leader from behind. It's about serving others rather than being self-serving. Self-serving is exactly what a counterpart of hers, Hillary Clinton, tried to be and was a self-server as such, and it failed at the final hurdle. She didn't become the first president of the United States of America. So in Angela Merkel, you see the opposite. You see how she's pushed people in front of her. She's led from behind, and therein lies her success, with that twist of perfectionism that actually works. So she uses both together to lead in a successful way. Now, I've looked at other leaders, female leaders that is, and here's the results. This particular study, a qualitative study of interviews where 15 females from the ages of 15 up to the mid-20s were looked at for 1 to 1.5 hours of an interview. They noticed that, well, the females felt that role models were really important, and that the relationships, especially the relationships with peers, were really important, and that leadership styles also had huge importance. So if you think of these three things and all of these things, it affects how young female leaders are looking at things. And perhaps this is how Merkel has got ahead. She has looked at the three areas, the areas of relationships, maybe her peers, and looked at other role models, and she didn't have many role models. Maybe that was her determination to get to be the female role model. Certainly with regard to Hillary Clinton, she didn't get that far. So Merkel, Germany, what a huge nation, and she got further than Hillary. That is coming from perfectionism and leading from behind. So lead from behind or lead from the front if you can, and subscribe if you can. I would really, really be happy if you could. That will help others, and it will help others become better leaders, of course, too. So thank you if you have subscribed, and if you haven't, well, that's it. Please do. Until next time, have a wonderful day.